In the months since devastating flooding in the community of Canton, cleanup and recovery there has been steady.
A local pastor is hoping to continue raising funds through a unique idea. Parker Brown in studio with our top story here tonight. Hello, Parker.
Hello, Brian and Andrea. Canton Lutheran Church is the second oldest Lutheran congregation in South Dakota, tracing its roots back to 1868, surviving an awkward merge with another church, and their current building being dedicated in 1910. Preserving history was one of the missions of the church as they faced over a foot of flooding in their basement. But they also looked to stand strong like the generations did before them. Though the times have changed, Canton Lutheran Church has stood tall.
It has its roots in these people that were exceedingly resilient and optimistic, of looking for promise and hope.
Church President Valerie Anderson has seen it firsthand, but sadly witnessing church history included responding to record flooding just 10 years after previous flooding.
I grew up here, so I've seen, a lot of what the building's gone through. Just never thought you'd see it like this, and then let alone twice.
Layers of history uncovered.
Quartzite poured up in Del Rapids, early 1900s.
But not in a way they expected.
By the second day, we were up to about a foot with about 3 feet in our mechanical room.
It's awful to see it this way. There's no way around it, and knowing how much the financial burden is on the church.
The flooding left the congregation with questions of whether they would be able to continue to use their sanctuary upstairs and what it will cost to fix. Pastor John Splickle Larson became the church's next pastor less than a year ago and found himself thrust into one of the most difficult situations in the church's 155 years.
So we're just like sweeping water.
He tried to think outside the quartzite box. He plans to raise funds by biking 23 miles from Sioux Falls to church on Sunday, October 6th.
There's a lot of stories in the Bible that talk about journeying, and the people of Israel, Jesus in his wilderness time, St. Paul. So I'm going to do that in a way, in a much more minimal way of biking on a Sunday morning.
A journey to the building will add a fun new page to their history. After all these years, Canton Lutheran Church has continued to stand tall. Water may have seeped in, but their foundation was in their people and their faith.
I believe that God uses even challenging situations as an opportunity to witness God's life and grace and generosity.
Just remembering that God always provides, but we are a really resilient church. We've been through so much, and those hardships really have just made us stronger.
Both Valerie and Pastor John say that they're so grateful to the community and the financial help that they've already received to allow them to be missional and look outward. If you want to sponsor or even join Pastor John on his bike ride, either from Sioux Falls or for the last mile, you can reach out to him through his email attached to this story at dakotanewsnow.com. That's also where you can find a link to their GoFundMe page. Brian and Andrea.
Parker Brown tonight. Parker, thank you.